What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, that Pens fan 412, and I'm coming back at you with another Penguins game review, post game talk about things are good in the hood of the Steel City. I'm talking about the Pittsburgh Penguins taking on the Dallas Stars, two teams on seemingly hot streaks, two teams making waves for players for two totally different reasons, two teams biding here in the early to mid season, praying that they make it all the way to the playoffs. And that's exactly what that's exactly the mindset I had going into this. Our playoff spot is on the line, is what I have going into this game. And yeah, let's get into it, right? Let's talk about it. All right, so starting netminders for the Pittsburgh Penguins are Tristan Jarry. And starting for the Dallas Stars is Jake Ottinger. Players to look out for going into this game, obviously, for the Pittsburgh Penguins is your Sidney Crosby. Because Sidney Crosby is just that good all the time. Chris Letang, because Chris Letang just came back from, did I mention it in the last video? After 12 days, post-stroke, Chris Letang comes back to the ice. His second game back since having a stroke. And he's out there, and he's making moves. And then the Dallas Stars, if you wanna talk about Dallas, if we want to give Dallas a little bit of a spotlight, I hear that Robinson kid's pretty good. I hear that Jamie Benn's finally living up to his $9 million a year contract. I like the butt end of it, but hey, you can't help when somebody decides to turn it up. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be a close game. I knew this was gonna be. It's gonna be a tight one. It's either gonna be one of them games where everybody's just scoring like crazy, or it's gonna be one of them games where we're just trying to shut each other down, and that's pretty much what happened if you watch the game. 19 seconds. 19 seconds. It's that sweet spot between like 16 seconds and like 22 seconds. The Penguins are like, if a team is going to score on Pittsburgh this year, it's going to be between the first 16 to 22 seconds in the game, in the period. And that's exactly what happened, right? So Roope Hintz gets the puck off of a Lundqvist shot. And it's one of those things where it deflects over here, right? And Jarry, he gets there. He's Johnny on the spot, except he forgot to close his legs. And Hintz is like, oh, thanks. Take a hint next time. That actually hurt to say that out loud. And yeah, it's 1-0 Dallas. Tristan Jarry apparently took offense to that, because from that point onward, he shut it down in net. He's like, that's not happening. None of this is happening again. I refuse. And as we'll see, maybe he did refuse. Maybe he didn't. We'll find out. If you watch the game, then you already know. But if you didn't watch the game and you rely on this, then I'm going to keep you in suspense. Ooh. His first period was hot. It was opportunity after opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. Power plays all over the place. And on the power play, 13 minutes and 14 seconds in, the man himself, the commentators mistalked about this. It fixed the stat in for some reason, when I heard the commentator say it was the second goal, I completely forgot that this man had scored before, and my brain just was like, wait a minute, what? Because Pierre-Olivier Joseph gets the puck from Kasperi Kapanen on the power play, and P.O. snipes O into the back O of the net O, and it's 1-1, tied up. Pierre-Oliver Joseph with his second NHL goal ever. First goal of the season. And it's looking like a good hockey game here, ladies and gentlemen. So, the game didn't stop being hot. Both Ottinger and Jarry were absolute beasts when it comes to being goalies. This was one of those goalie clinics that only two teams that are literally battling to prove themselves. Thanks, ESPN. I appreciate that. I appreciate you, ESPN. That threw me off. Jake Ottinger and Tristan Jarry, they are representing their teams really, really well in this game. These are two teams that are fighting for wins. They need the point. They want the points. They already innately in their minds know that they deserve the points, and they're going to get them if by any means necessary. First period winds down after some other wonderful opportunities, all stopped by battling netminders. Roll into the second period. Second period is more of the same, a little bit more defense, a little bit more high risk opportunities. Rope Hintz had another great chance going into the third there. Essentially, it was one of the same exact things. The first minute of the third period. Excuse me, sorry. Gonna get some hydration here. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, oh no. Hence, beginning of the third period. I've seen this before. But this time, Tristan Jarry said, nah, I'm good. You're not, no. I should have stopped you in the first period. So I'm going to stop you here. Relax. You're not that good. Sit down. Go back to the bench. Get some water. Get some Gatorade. Use some smelling salt. I don't know. Sit over there. Because I just stopped you. Point blank. Third period rolls on. There's more and more opportunities. People are the pucks are being stopped. Pucks are being blocked. Everything. It's one of those hockey games where it's like, oh, nobody's scoring. This is kind of boring. But it's not boring because every time you think it's going to get boring, there's another opportunity and you're just like, oh no. Or you're like, yeah, no. You know what I mean? It's one of those games. But by golly, does Evgeny Malkin have perfect timing? The last minute, commentators like Malkin's gonna go for one more opportunity before this period wraps up. People are starting to think overtime's gonna happen. It's one of those, like, in your mind you're thinking, all right, we're going to OT, right? Zucker gets the puck over to Rust. Rust has a beautiful opportunity, but Ottinger, like most of the night, is like, I'm just gonna get that away from you. Get that out of here. But he got it out of there, poked it out of the way. But he poked it to Evgeny Malkin, which Rust is an amazing offensive threat, right? But if you're gonna pass it away, if you're gonna poke it away from one offensive threat and give it to arguably one of the best hockey players in the league, you better be ready. And Ottinger was not ready, and Malkin was just like, oh, well, thanks. And his celly for the goal that he scores with what was it, like 35 seconds left in the game, was one of those cellies where it's just like, you messed up, bud. You made a big mistake right there. Pittsburgh goes up 2-1, 19 minutes, 25 seconds into the third period. And the game winds down. And Dallas is sad, and Ottinger is even sadder because technically it was his fault. But at the same time, was it? Because, Malkin is Malkin. And if you're going to give the puck to Malkin, Yeah. Your 3 stars of the game are the game-winning goal man himself, Gino Evgeny Malkin. Second star of the game, P.O. Joseph, second goal in his career, second star of the game. And the third star of the game is the Dallas Stars' lone goal man himself, Rope Hintz, scoring in what was it, 19 seconds into the first period. Shots on goal were in Dallas's favor, 27-25. Every shot in this game seemed very important, and it seemed very scary or very good. And the goalies were admittedly very, very good. If there was 5 stars in the game, the 4th and 5th star would be Jari and Ottinger, respectively, obviously. Faceoffs were in Dallas's favor. It's the first time in a while that we were lacking in the faceoff department. Dallas with a 53.4% as Pittsburgh's 46.6%. Power plays, there was 2 for Dallas, 3 for Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh capitalized on 1. 4 penalty minutes for Pittsburgh, 6 for the Dallas Stars. Pittsburgh out-hit the Dallas Stars 35-33. Block shots all over the place, 22-19 in Pittsburgh's favor. Giveaways, Pittsburgh had 11 to Dallas's 2. Dallas was playing a tight game. And takeaways 10-8 by Pittsburgh's odds. But hey, that's it. This has been that Pens Fan 412, and I want to thank you all for watching. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you disliked the video, give it a dislike. I expect honesty around here. Dallas Stars fans, if you dislike the video just for the inherent fact that it is your team that lost, please understand. I don't necessarily hold it against you. It's perfectly fine. If you got any comments, questions, concerns, anything you want to talk about, if you just want to shout out your favorite Pens fan, throw that in the comment section below, and I will see you all in the future. Peace out, y'all.